special about today's event?
Every aspect of this program, from planning and coordination to performances, presentation, hosting, has been organized, managed, and presented by students themselves.
This showcase is not just a celebration of what we learned during the camp, but also a reflection of the leadership, teamwork, and responsibility that we developed along the way.
Over the last 15 days, we have challenged ourselves, learned new skills, made new friends, and discovered talents we never knew we had.
Today, we are excited to share that journey with all of you.
Before we begin our performances, let's give a round of applause to every participant who made this camp such a memorable experience.
To formally welcome everyone and begin with today's proceedings, we invite Ari to deliver the welcome address.
Good afternoon, everyone. A very warm welcome to all our parents, teachers, mentors, judges, guests, and fellow participants. My name is Ari, and it's my privilege to welcome you to the BSI's Discovery Summer Camp 2026 Showcase and Award Ceremony. 15 days ago, we arrived here at Vijayabhumi University, filled with curiosity and excitement. Since then, we have explored new interests, developed new skills, worked together as teams, and stepped outside our comfort zone. Whether it was creating films, composing music, building robots, learning sports, riding horses, swimming, or simply making new friendships, every participant has taken away experiences that will stay with us long after camp ends. Today's showcase is an opportunity for us to share these experiences with you. Thank you for joining us and being part of this special celebration. We hope you enjoy the afternoon ahead. To begin today's program on an auspicious note, I invite our respected Dean, Dr. Navneet Sharma, along with the esteemed chief guest, Mr. Biju Shivkumar, to kindly come forward for the ceremonial lighting of the lamp. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm round of applause. Thank you, so. It's now my privilege to introduce our esteemed chief guest for today's ceremony. Our chief guest today is Mr. Biju Shivkumar. the CEO of Navio Shipping Private Limited. Mr. Shiv Kumar has been leading Navio Shipping since 2014 and has over 32 years of experience in the shipping and logistics industry. He has worked with some big international names such as ANQ Network, Australian National Line, Salient Shipping Corporation, and Cargo Mart. What really stands out about him is that he didn't just build his own career, he helped build the industry. He was involved in setting up a shipping institute in Kochi, sits on the board of another in Calicut, and regularly teaches and mentors young people who are just starting out, which is exactly the spirit this camp is built on. Outside of work, he plays football, cricket, and has even run half marathons. So he probably do well in a sports track too. It's a true honor to have him here today. Please put your hands together and welcome Mr. Piju Shivkumar to the stage.
He's going to speak later. Thank you very much. Next.
And now to guide you through the rest of today's showcase, please welcome our student hosts Kasturi, Ronak, Shivam, and Arno.
Thank you, Arjun. One of the most exciting tracks at Discovery Camp was film production.
For the last 15 days, participants learned how scripts are researched, scripted, filmed, and edited, and eventually they brought them to life on screen.
Today, they present the final outcome of their hard work and creativity.
Our first film explores a place that became home to all of us during camp.
Presenting Team 8 short film.
A pause in culture.
I'll call upon Sarah to give us a brief introduction of the short film.
Every weekend, thousands of people leave cities and head towards Curzon. But why? What makes this small town one of the most popular escape destinations? Every weekend, thousands of people. Every weekend, thousands of people leave cities and head towards Curzon. But why? What makes this small town one of the most popular escape destinations for the city's youth? Through stories, experiences, and conversations, this documentary explores how Curzon became a symbol of freedom, relaxation, and escape from urban life. This is not just a story about a place. It is a story about why an entire generation keeps running to it. Weekend escape.
Next, please pause. Pause. Lights off, please. Yeah. Thank you. Possible to switch off this? Technical team, please. Yeah. Can you do that? And only then press the play button.
I think you guys are used to this one. I think they say it, but. Okay, so welcome to the concrete jungle, a majestic ecosystem where human beings rely $1,000 on one to live in a shoebox. We are the civilization. We are machines, efficient, productive. Totally not on the verge of a massive psychological collapse, but hey, weekend is sounds beautiful, but how do you do it? Magic train out of central plate. Watch the concrete dog. Destination, Belgium. Checking into a quiet homestay. You find no alarms, no deadline, and no button call. This is the real system over. You didn't have to numb your brain with the noise. You just change your coordinates. Out here, the hustle feels stupid. Somewhere between the mountains and the silence, city finally stops following. कोई परवान न था हिस्सों में राग में कोई किताब ये तेरा खोल के पंख वो जब बंदे
Okay, next team, please. Open light up again complicated.
Let's give Team A a huge round of applause.
From the present day beauty of Karjas, we now travel back through time. Every place has a story.
Team B takes us on a journey through the rich heritage and history of this region. We call upon Arabella to give us a brief.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Arabella. I help direct our film, Swords to Police Culture. Our film is about colonial structures and Maratha warfare and how it intersected together to make culture one of the most important places in the dynastic history of both of these large organizations. What we really wanted to focus on in this film was how lost records and erasure of local history and oral tradition had faded the significance of a very culturally rich place. And we have done that through satirical lens in the frame of a mockumentary. We have only our film is 2 minutes 100 seconds. I hope you enjoy it.
Can you play the next video, please, guys? Technical team, please.
This is Kajal. If you're from Mumbai, you probably know there's a place to visit on the weekend. If you're from Pune, you probably know Mumbai.
Keep on. Please play it from the beginning with all lights off. I'm asking too much.
Watch this one. Your words. Anything? Culture. Checking the real quiet friendship. Find no other one. No deadline. Listen, no one for. One place, we call it real over. You didn't have to younger brain, but one in the night.
Guys,
Just
pause.
change your one.
Pause. Track playing. The last frame is still playing in the backdrop. Please play it from the beginning.
This is Kajal. If you're from Mumbai, you probably know it as a place to visit on the weekends. If you're from Pune, you probably know it's one of Mumbai. For centuries, that was essentially Kajal's job.
So, Karnal became strategically important due to its geography.
Yes, the Russian Ghats made the region useful for surveillance, military positioning, and strategy.
So the mountains essentially did defense work for free.
In a way, yes.
Because Marathas rely heavily on mobility and terrain familiarity,
Where the Marathas relied on understanding the landscape,
so they had better map awareness.
I wouldn't phrase it like that.
The British might have planned very carefully. Was it because they loved geography or because they loved taxations?
Well, taxation was central to imperial control.
So both.
Yeah.
The British call this scientific governance. Yes. Which sounds great until taxes arrive.
That's one interpretation.
So could we say that the British Empire was partly built on paperwork?
Administration was certainly essential to imperial control.
Historians call this bureaucracy. Students call it wasting the afternoon. So, it was interesting. But now, Karjat is nothing more than a town you would pass through on the way to going somewhere bigger. It has forts, living traditions, and stories older than the railways that made everyone forget about it. But sure, it's just a stop on the way to Pune.
A big round of applause for our filmmakers.
Their creativity and storytelling have truly brought us closer to culture.
We would like to welcome our registrar, Dr. Sunil Gupta. Let's have a round of applause for Dr. Gupta. And now, it's time to turn up the volume.
Music has the power to connect people across backgrounds, experiences, and emotions.
Our first band has spent the past 2 weeks rehearsing, collaborating, and refining the performance.
Please welcome Band 1.
Chaos.
और पीछे कर ले
Yo, check, 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 check.
check
Yeah.
हाँ
All right. Check, check. All right, guys. Ready?
Yeah.
All right. So we are band Chaos, and the first track we're gonna perform is Pal Pal. All right. 3, 2, 1. पल पल जीना मुहाल मेरा तेरे बिना ये सारे नशे बेकार तेरी आंखों की सेवा घर नहीं जाता मैं पास रहता तेरा इंतजार मेरे ख्वाबों में आन करके सोना स्ट्रिंग क्यों सुने आता नहीं सकूं ये दिल क्यों आता नहीं क्यों तोड़ू खुद से जो थे वादे के हवेश के दीवाना नहीं मैं मोड़ू तुमसे जो ये शहर दोबारा नजर मिलाना ये दुनिया जाने मेरा दर्द तुझे नजर क्यों आता नहीं सोने यूं तेरा शर्माना मेरी जान ना ले ले कान के पीछे जुल्फ छुपाना मेरी जान क्या कहने जालिमा तौबा तेरा नखरा उसके बाद क्या कहने काम के बैठे दिल को घायल कहीं हार ना बैठे तेरी नजरें मुझसे क्या कहती है इनमें वफा बहती है थोड़ी थोड़ी सी राजी थोड़ी सी खफा रहती है लोग हैं जालिम बड़े इनमें जो खा देखी है ये दुनिया तेरी नहीं मैंने तुझमें हया देखी है जीना हाल मेरा तेरे बिना ये सारे नशे बेकार तेरी आंखों की सेवा घर नहीं जाता मैं बाहर रहता तेरा सारे बाबू में आन करके सोना all right so we have Abhimanyu on the electric guitar and we're gonna perform Chulo by Local Train. Right. Right. Okay. 3, 2, 1. मेरे तुम बसे जो बस तुम मेरे नजरों में तुम बसे कैसी है ये बेबसी ये कैसी दिल की आसे है छू लो जो मुझे तुम कभी न चाहूं मैं रात दिन नजरों में तुम हो बसे तुम एक बार मेरे हो बस तुम मेरे नजरों में तुम हो बसे रह जाऊंगा यूं ही बस यूं ही बस यूं ही रह जाऊंगा यूं ही बस यूं ही बस यूं ही रह जाऊंगा यूं ही बस यूं ही बस यूं ही मुझे तुम कभी न चाहूंगा रात दिन नजरों में तुम हो बसे मेरे होश नजरों में तुम हो बसे मैं रुका हूँ तू जा चुका है हाँ मैं रुका हूँ तू जा चुका है Alright, up the last performance from Team Chaos. We have Teenage Dreams. Alright, three. Alright, three, two, one, go. No regrets, just love. We can until we die. You and I will be young forever. You make me feel like I'm living a dream. The way you turn me up. But they just don't ever look back, don't ever look back. My heart, when you look at me, just one touch. Now, baby, I believe it's real. So take a chance, don't ever look back, don't ever look. I'ma get your heart feeling, my skin tight jeans, your teenage dreams tonight. Let me put your hands on me in my skin tight jeans, dream tonight. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
What an energetic performance!
Let's hear it once again for Chaos.
Up next is another talented group ready to take the stage.
Our next performers have prepared a powerful musical showcase.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
Crescendo.
So,
Hi guys, we are Crescendo and we have Bella, Kasturi and Sadhna on vocals. We have Vignesh on drums. We have Shivam on bass. We have Shlok on the keys. We have Aryan on rhythm guitar and we have myself, Abhimanyu, on bass and rhythm guitar. Thank you. The first song which we're gonna perform is GAQ by Papon and it would be an unplugged version. Thank you.
Can come anywhere. नाओगे न दूरियां दिखाओगे निशान की इरानी चाय लबों से यूं मिलाओगे ना आए हो ना आओगे ना दिन सताओगे न रात ही इसीलिए बाय नींद से जगाओगे गए तुम मेरे हो क्यों ये रात बाकी है साथ बाकी है गए तुम गए हम भले हर बात बाकी है गए क्यों तुझे क्यों ना आए हो ना आओगे ना दूरियां दिखाओगे न थाम के वो जोश में ये होश से उड़ाओगे ना आए हो ना आओगे ना झूठ से सुनाओगे ना रूठ के सिरहाने में रिमोट को छुपाओगे गए तुम गए हो क्यों ये रात बाकी है गए तुम गए हो क्यों साथ बाकी है गए तुम गए बात बाकी है गए क्यों तुझे क्यों गए क्यों ओ, तुझे क्यों क्यों
That was amazing. The next song is "Rolling in the Deep" by Adele.
Wait.
There's a fire starting in my heart. Turn the fever pitch, it's bringing me out the dark. Finally, I can see you crystal clear. Go ahead and tell me out, and I'll lay your ship bare.
See how I live with every piece of you. Don't underestimate the things that I do. There's a fire starting in my heart. Take the fever, but it just leave me out the dark. The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't stop feeling we couldn't find it. I have no story to be told. I wanna know you, your head burn. The depth of your despair. Make your won't be shared. The scars of your love remind me of they almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me. I can't do be. To turn my sorrow into tragic gold. You made me feel like Thank you.
Our final song is Brutal by Olivia Rodrigo.
Okay. I want it to be like messy. You know, of likes me. So tired. And they know so it's really hard. I just put it so it's some time and joy and I was just that It's brutal out here. I only have two real friends, and lately I'm a nervous wreck. Cause I love people I don't like, and I hate every song I write. And I'm not cool, and I'm not smart, and I can't even tell it. It's brutal out here. Got a broken ego, broken heart. God, I don't even know where to start. Thank you.
Music is not only about performing existing songs.
Sometimes it's about creating something completely original.
Over the course of the camp, participants work together to write, compose, and produce their own music.
Please welcome the creators of our original production, Tera Ana.
You got this.
All right. Yo, check.
Hello.
Should we? Oh.
Kasturi and Amronit, and we wrote down the lyrics on top of this song, and we composed this song together. Okay. I'm Kasturi,
I'm Ronat.
and we composed this song together.
Yeah. And the lyrics are by us as well. All right. Cool. Please.
Cough music. Don't worry, I'll get it.
Yo. तू आती जब जब पास मेरे सब रुक जाता है और थम जाती है ये सांस मेरी तू आती जब जब पास मेरे सब रुक जाता है और लगता है सब कुछ खास मुझे लगे मुझे खास है सिर्फ तू लगे मुझे खास है सब क्यों मेरे पे इस क्यों का जवाब नहीं तू पसंद तो आना तू पास नहीं अनु यार मालिक तू इतनी सुंदर मेरे पे लिखने अल्फाज नहीं तुझसे बात करने को ढूंढूं मैं टॉपिक का अपनी को छो पाती बात नहीं पर कोई बात नहीं तेरा आना मेरे लिए बहुत है तेरा आना पास मेरे लिए खास है तो आदि जब जब पास मैं भूल जाता पास तू लगे बहुत खास तो देना एक चांस मैं रुकूंगा तेरे लिए यहाँ पे 40 साल और अब पता चला मुझे क्या है प्यार तो चला मेरे साथ घुमा के लाऊं तुझे शहर अपना तो तेरा रुक जा कभी तू आती जब जब पास मेरे सब रुक जाता है और थम जाती है ये सांस मेरी तू आती जब जब पास मेरे सब रुक जाता है और लगता है सब कुछ खास मुझे तेरा नाम रुक जाओ कभी मैं चलूं साथ में तू हाथ तो दे मैं खोलूं रास पर तू साथ तो रहे चल काटे सारी रातें आधी तेरी बातें खोने को हम बिना खास कुछ है और जो भी बातें बाकी रहने देना आधी मिले दोबारा तो कहना होगा काफी हाँ मैं काफा काफी हाँ मैं तुम बिना तेरा नाम जा कभी all right
Thank you.
thank you so much Our next performance brings a touch of classical elegance to today's program.
Presenting Russia Kyopianga, performed by Arabella and Mr. Vivek Kaur. Please welcome both of them in a warm round of applause.
I will be singing Lascia Kyopyanga by it's composed by Handel, and it's a song about quiet grief. It's composed in Italian, and well, I hope you enjoy it. Can we do a sound check, please? Okay.
Pranga, questi ricordi di sopita dei martiri. Sopir pietà. Sia che pianga mia cruda sorte, che sospiri libertà.
Hello, hello.
Thank you for the beautiful performance.
Every performance we have seen today tells part of the Discovery Camp story.
But there are countless memories behind the scene that also deserve to be seen.
आवाज आ रही है?
To take us through the unforgettable moments of these 15 days,
Please welcome Shlok and Arna for the Discovery Camp presentation.
good afternoon, everyone. Look, they're supposed to stand here and give a formal, sophisticated speech about what camp meant to us. We even have these professional looking photos looping behind us, but honestly, we just wanted to talk about how much fun we have had over the last 2 weeks.
We're not here to give a boring lecture or pretend we suddenly became mature survival experts. Our parents know us way too well for that. We're here for the real highlights, like the absolute psychological joy of watching each other completely wipe out and face plant on a daily basis.
Oh my god, yes. Forget the certificates. The best part of the camp was watching someone trip over flat ground, laughing for a solid 10 minutes till we couldn't breathe, and then immediately making a custom WhatsApp sticker out of their suffering to spam in the group chat.
Honestly, my phone storage is 90% full of embarrassing low quality stickers of you guys. If anyone tries to act cool around me after this, just know I have immediate blackmail material ready to go. That's real lifelong bonding. The photos behind us show us doing organized stuff, but they don't show how much our stomachs hurt from laughing because every single day instantly turned into pure chaos.
Let's talk about trekking first. It sounds like a peaceful, majestic nature walk until your legs turn into absolute jelly. You realize you're completely out of shape and you're struggling to climb a basic hill, and then came night trekking. 20 teenagers climb a basic hill, walking in the pitch black woods, pretending to be tough gangsters, but holding their breath every time a leaf moves.
Look, I wasn't secretly crying. I was openly questioning why on earth I agreed to leave my AC to go get bullied by a random tree branch. But if you thought the woods was stressful, the robotics lab was pure high-tech anxiety. We looked like a genius bomb squad in the photos, but in reality, we were just typing random letters into the code, hitting enter, and jumping back 2 steps every time the machine made a weird clicking sound.
Yeah, the robot moved exactly 2 centimeters to the left without catching fire, and we celebrated like we just saved the human race. But our absolute favorites were the music and film productions. Studios. We love the creative freedom, even though our team dynamic usually involved us being aggressively late to every single session.
Late is a polite understatement. We operated entirely on our own time zone, and the film set was a complete circus. We just stand there staring blankly into the camera, trying to do super dramatic expressions, and then breaking character because someone in the background made a stupid face. We spent an hour trying to film a basic 5-second clip because we kept acting like broken NPCs in a video game.
And music production wasn't any better. It was just aggressively slapping headphones on, spinning random dials, and accidentally creating sound effects and literally sounding like a vacuum cleaner fighting a dial-up modem.
Yeah, fully convinced we were musical geniuses. My phone is a living museum of your absolute worst moments now. But looking back, that's why it was great. We went from a bunch of quiet, polite strangers to this chaotic, tight-knit, completely unhinged family. And honestly, we're gonna miss this place so much.
We definitely are. Even though we completed the entire time, lost a tragic amount of sleep, and our bodies are completely broken, I think we'd do it all again in a heartbeat.
And speak for yourself. I need a solid week of uninterrupted hibernation first. But seriously, a massive thank you to the instructors, the camp leaders for surviving us, and to our parents for making this unforgettable. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you. Now, we would love to invite some parents' reflection who were there during our sessions. Would anyone want to volunteer to give us their insights, please? Anyone? Thank you.
What we saw right now was a complete reflection of the wonderful 2 weeks that we had together. And I'm sure all the parents here have been getting right behind screen team. You will agree that you have missed. We know that now you have missed because the way you all walked into the auditorium was it spoke a lot. Uh, so while young ones are busy, we can have some reflection. And we realize that it's very important, sir. Yeah, sir, sorry. So, while the young ones are getting prepared for the award ceremony, we thought it would be very important to engage in a dialogue where we reflect together, not just about the 2 weeks that's gone by, you may have missed them at home, but why we actually curated and organized such a study sometime. So all over to you, please share your reflection for yourself. And I'm going to come around. Yes. So I'm going to come around and hand over the mic. Any one of you, please. Yes. Anyone here for first? Let's hear it from you, what you have to say.
Good afternoon, one and all. It was really pleasant to see our kids here grooming, and the best part was we had given the young teens who were like unapologetically misbehavior and many other things which we used to see there. But now looking them at here, playing around, doing stuff, and basically on the music ground, the way they were exactly playing their stuff, it was marvelous. All thanks to you. And I really feel it was my best decision to come here with my child. And the smile which I can see on his face has given me everything. I feel it's beautiful journey. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, for the reflection, it really means a lot to us. Anyone else, sir? Right there?
I prefer to speak in Hindi. बच्चों का कॉन्फिडेंस देखकर चेहरे पे खुशी देख के लग रहा है कि उन्होंने बहुत ज़्यादा इंजॉय किया है मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है मैनेजमेंट से कि हम लोगों के लिए भी तो चाहे 40 प्लस हो गए उसके लिए भी ऐसा कुछ रखा जाए definitely. And I will be the first one to register for it. Thank you very much, the team.
So that's the first one to feedback report on. Yes.
Hi, I was here to see my nephew and totally surprised to see how he has developed and playing the guitar and comparing. This is a totally different side of Phil that we never ever see at home. So there's definitely growth and development happening, and I'm seeing that he's made a lot of friends and he's enjoying himself. So I'm sure he will want to come back over here to this camp next year, and we will make sure that if time permits and everything is fine, he will be here next year as well. Thank you.
So that means a lot in itself that you definitely want to come back. And that is our whole idea about creating a liberal space for young people where they choose their area of interest and come and enjoy with their friends. It's not another classroom, but definitely a liberal space where they experience different tracks that we had organized. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I was here with these people because Swaraj is my cousin. So when I came here, I had no idea like what all happened here. And when I saw Swaraj, he's never like when I came here in the auditorium, I felt Swaraj isn't participating in this because he's never fond of music and all. But when I saw him doing that, it felt really good. Like he's surpassed his boundaries and explored many things, which made me feel very good. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Since you have mentioned about Suraj that he surpassed his boundary, we had an amazing experience seeing this student.
Good afternoon, everyone. I must definitely congratulate the parents and the guardians who's taken this decision to, send their um, kids here. Because most of the time, what happens, we are so protective of our kids that we don't want to leave them alone. This gives them a lot of what we call freedom to explore and discover. And I'm sure this is going to change their lives. I can talk this from my experience when I get a chance or share my experience again. But congratulations, and that was a great initiative as an institute also. Thank you.
थैंक यू टीएसएम बच्चों के यहाँ पे परफॉर्मेंस करते हुए देख के बहुत अच्छा लगा है कस्तूरी पहले से परफॉर्म कर रही थी लेकिन आज उसकी जो प्रोग्रेस है वो देख के सच में मुझे बहुत ही ज़्यादा खुशी हो रही है क्योंकि उसका परफॉर्मेंस भी बढ़ गया है पहले से भी ज़्यादा अच्छा कर रही है वो और आगे भी वो ज्वाइन करने वाली है कॉलेज के लिए तो मुझे बहुत होप्स है उसके परफॉर्मेंस को लेकर Thank you so much.
Much known. Thank you so much. And the story is definitely a star witness it today. Yes, ma'am.
हेलो एक्चुअली बेटा ये सब 15 डेज का ट्यूब दे तो बहुत ही अच्छा लगा कुछ नया देखने को मिला मुझे बच्चों से ज्यादा तो मुझे फील अच्छी हुई कि मेरा भी समर वेकेशन बन गया आई लव इट वेरी मच इट्स सो वंडरफुल कि मुझे नेक्स्ट ईयर भी मेरा आपसे दिमाग स्टार्ट हो गया कि मैं नेक्स्ट ईयर भी आई विल कम हियर थैंक यू सो मच लवली समर कैंप
ये भी 15 दिन से बोल रहा है कि बड़े बच्चे से भाई करना है तो मेरे को भी याद आ रहा है I thought so, yes. I had sent my child because I thought he was quite introvert and not really make clear. But I'm quite surprised. He joined the group activity, he enjoyed the play. Though not part of the musical song, but he did enjoy the music. It was quite significant and I was trying to, he was quite happy to see how. And for me, I have been a live band, I've been in my college, it's been like 30-45 years. I saw live music, so probably more than him, I enjoy it. Thank you very much. And I'm sure that's what it's gonna be. I heard somebody there Yes. Anyone else like to share? Sir?
बहुत सारा अगर इसके बच्चे को performance, बच्चों को खुश है, बच्चा खुश है.
I have coming here and seeing everything all around. Amazing. And as he said, we also need a person. And I just want to add, I saw you right, okay, and it was really I can say that. So thank you for this.
हेलो आवाज आ रही है ओके साउंड चेक साउंड चेक साउंड चेक
So your children are actually the what's the word, Namita, for this? How should we put it? They are the ambassador of the Discovery Camp. It's the first batch, so it means a lot. And we will be assembling today. We have this time capsule which the children thought that they and we are going to do it. It's informal, so we'll be coming back to that as well. Also, I have somebody here, Miss Benita. She's being the organizer, but I today want her reflection as a parent. Miss Benita, a few words from you as a parent on the reflection of the Discovery Camp.
Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you so much for actually supporting us. I am not only a parent but also a part of the Discovery Summer Camp. This has been an amazing journey for me as a parent of Arabella Teresa Chweka, whom you heard singing today. I have seen Arabella evolve right from the time she was born, I think. When I picked her up, I looked at her and I said, this is an angel. Because I just couldn't think of anything else. And then she sings, she plays the violin, and she does so many things that are so different. And I've seen her grow, learn new, find new interests and talents. And this camp has really helped this child evolve. And it's been a beautiful journey watching her bond with everybody here at Vijay Bhumi. And thank you to all our staff, all our students, and the entire community, and all our beautiful cohort that has bonded so well. So thank you so much for this opportunity.
Okay, we move on to the ceremony, but what we are all together echoing is our children have learned to make friends, come out of their rooms, and actually be at ground zero performing. So that's wonderful, sir.
Yeah.
Let's go on to the session. I hand over to Miss Ridhima. Miss Ridhima has been the backbone of our Discovery Summer Camp. She's been a volunteer while writing her Cambridge AS level examination. And please, a huge round of applause, and I welcome her to the award ceremony. Thank you, Ridhima, for being there. Over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. Let's begin the most awaited award ceremony, Discovery Summer Camp 2026. Ladies and gentlemen, I now invite our chief guest, Mr. Viju Shiv Kumar, on the stage to give award to our participants. Camp Director, Dr. Navneet Sharma.
Please, all of us, all the team.
Principal, BSIS, Mr. Rajiv Kohli. I also invite Dr. Saurabh Kumar, Professor Praveen Mishra, Professor Vivek Pal, and Dr. Sunil Gupta.
Our participants please keep their awareness. Firstly, if I know.
Sorry. Consistent in business. So for being consistent in business, it is about, as I said, the first thing is being disciplined. Many a times it's about sacrifices which you have to make. Uh, for instance, if I have to give this as an example, it's about how best you utilize your time, right? At this point in time, we all have 24 hours, and how we get engaged. Today, the biggest distraction is your mobile or the social media. I mean, it can be used, but that is one of the biggest distraction. So I've consciously decided not to be on social media platforms. I have all the accounts, but I don't spend my time there. So when you eliminate things which you don't want, then you find time for things you want to do. And you become very consistent in doing it. And that helps you on the path to success. Okay. So there's never a right time to start a business, and it can be at any point in time of your life where you could start your business. But when you talk about business, as I said first, it's about what is the larger purpose of what you're trying to do. Okay. And in the process, the wealth creation is just the end incidentally being created. So, I mean, there's no right time, but what you should be doing is something which you like the most. You should be passionate about it. You can't be doing something. I mean, we do our SWOT analysis as individuals, and which comes naturally for me, and we put our efforts there. So today, when we even talk about expanding our business at some point in time, we say, why don't we stick to our core competence? So what comes naturally to you is something which you have to identify, and through that, define your purpose, what you want to do, maybe to the larger interests of the society, and then in the process create that kind of a wealth. And never compromise for a smaller goal. Dream big. uh, Look at the global way of doing things, still doing the basics very right. Yeah. Thank you.
What advice could you give your younger self?
Younger?
Younger self, when you were young, and you're more experienced now. So, what advice could you give to your young?
My younger self. That's a good one. I never thought about that. And yeah, so not to have a preset mind, because we didn't have uh, the kind of exposure the kids today have. And they have many choices. For me, as I said, uh, it was like a stream. You do 10th and probably medicine or engineering. So you're not giving yourself enough space where you could be better off. Probably I would have been a wonderful sports person. But because there was a focus, like, and also a kind of pressure from the parents then, that पढ़ाई पहले कर लो, खेल कूद बाद में. So you might be missing something which you would have done better in life, which I think the younger generation today takes, if I have to use the word risk, exposure is there, which I never thought of. So that is one thing I would like to give to myself. Thank you.
Sir, how do you make a difficult business decision?
Yeah. So first and foremost, this is a very important aspect, that we all get stuck at one's position, especially in our life when we are in crossroads. What we do is we generally don't take decisions because of the fear of failure. And I thought, or being indecisive is like stagnating yourself. And that's the biggest failure which can happen to you. So when you take decisions, right, uh, you would be successful in that. And if it doesn't go the way you want to, you learn from it. There's never a failure. So business decisions are important, and in that, you cannot procrastinate. You need to be on top of it. Yes, you do a little bit of homework. When I'm taking a decision at the business, it could be difficult. Today we have a difficult time. I'm from a shipping and logistics background, and you all know what is happening today in the Strait of Hormuz. You know, to just give you a more relative aspect of what we were doing in the last 3 months, we were stuck with more than 900 containers. The containers which you see on the roads, these were all scattered in many places. And we've been working very closely with various stakeholders, but we still have a lot of stakes. So we have to take some calls, decisions, because it's about, it's a situation where you're going to lose money, but it is about, can we minimize the damage? And if I don't take decision today, the damage would be more. So, and that goes, I mean, you're probably asking questions on business, but I feel that's so more relevant in our personal lives too. A decision which you can take today, don't procrastinate, don't delay it for tomorrow. You might miss an opportunity. Yeah. Thank you. You can ask Chat GPT also. How, apart from marketing, how would you? So when I'll again talk for more from shipping perspective because I can relate to that. As I said, we start business on our core strength, and you have a product and services. There are two ways of enhancing the business. One is, penetrating in the same market with different products. So you have a market size, you have an audience, target audience. You're already selling a particular product. For example, what we do is nothing but moving cargo from A to B. Just try to visualize it. By the way, 90% of the world trade happens because of shipping, and we're not probably so much aware of it. Probably the mic, what you're holding, some of the parts would have come from China, some of the parts from, say, Germany. It gets assembled, then the logistics plays an important role. Finally, it's in your hands. So that's how close shipping is to each one of us. Okay. So your question was to, so the product what we have today is one, I was talking about moving cargo from A to B, where it could be a door to door. A manufacturer is sitting in somewhere in Delhi, the ships don't come there. You move the cargo from there. You got involved in the movement of cargo from the manufacturer. It comes to the port where the vessels, the ships are berthed, and it goes to the destination and finally to the consignee in the door. So that's one product what you have. The other one is where you own your containers. So probably in the same market, you can come up with this product and start enhancing your business. So one is penetrating into the same market with different products. The second is a product which is absolutely niche. You would go to a different expand markets. So today, if I am just stuck with India, Middle East, and that's what we are trying to do now because of the situation, we need to survive. So we're trying to explore Southeast Asia, that is China, with the same product because that's been our strength. So that's how the business expands then. One is today, as I said, a question of survival, because if we don't do it, with time, probably we'll shut our business. But logistics is such an industry, and I would always want you all to understand it better, because even during lockdown, when all other industries struggled, logistics kept on growing. And it'll never stop, because in this global village, people will always want things. So you will always find movement of consignment from a point of supply to a point of demand. So this is one industry which will never ever die. Yeah. Welcome. Oh, yeah. Actually, it helped me because as I was just sharing one thought that your growth zone cannot come from your comfort zone. So when you're moving, and as kids, we get attached to our school, the place, the teachers, and for us, it was like pack up 2 years. Now you have to go to a new place. So you are always expecting the unexpected. You're always ready for the change. And that helped me as an entrepreneur because I always expected the unexpected. So even the current situation, yes, it's challenging, but then that is not going to pull us down. We are preparing ourselves. And what I learned in my early days is helping me out here. So that's it. Be like a sponge and absorb, learn. I mean, learning can happen from anybody. And you don't come with a preset mind that you can only learn from somebody who's qualified, somebody who is like a normal human being can teach you many things. I mean, beyond shipping, it could be very basics of uh, you being there as a human being. I can share one example. I had this experience recently. I was in a Hyderabad. I'm not naming the organization, and I had a meeting which was scheduled by email. It so happened that they have a very peculiar process that you can't even enter the reception till you have a code in your mobile. And I said, I don't have his number as well. It's just an email, and I was trying to show it to the security. And they refused to entertain. I said, see, I've come all the way from Mumbai. So the immediate response was, doesn't matter you come from Mumbai or USA, we have to follow the process. I said, okay, at least do me a favor, give me reception's number, let me get through to them. I tried a couple of times and it was scorching heat, still out at the security for about half an hour. And then probably they felt sympathy, so one of the receptionists came and took me in. And my first response was, you might be a great organization in terms of your performance, but if you are missing out being the very basic of human being, I mean, the first thing we offer in our organization is a glass of water. So the learning can happen from anyone. That's an important aspect which I feel. Yeah. So I never regret because it's something which my father's told me when I was taking a big decision in my life. I was working with one of the largest shipping companies in P&O Ned Lloyd. This was in the year 2003 when I decided to move on. To move, one, I wanted to move out of Delhi where I was working. I wanted to come to a larger market like Mumbai, explore, learn. But in the process, yes, I had to compromise. I had to join an organization which would be in scale much smaller. But then my way of looking at was learning beyond what I did for so many years. So when I was discussing, I always discuss things with my friends, associates, and my parents. And many 9 out of 10 would have said, you know what, Biju, you're making a wrong decision. You're already there in a corporate, uh, one of the largest shipping companies in the world. P&O and Ned Lloyd was a merger. P&O was a UK-based firm. Ned Lloyd was Netherlands. And you're already doing a good job there on this, career-wise, you're progressing. So why are you taking this drastic decision? So I'll take their decision, I mean, inputs, but finally the decision is mine. When I spoke to my father, he said, see, this is an area which you know the best. So think about it, take a decision, but once you decide, never ever regret. Whatever happens, happens for good. So I don't think I would ever regret for whatever has happened in my life. And I also believe this is a journey, and whatever is destined to me will definitely come to me. And whatever is not for me will never come to me. Thank you.
As you mentioned, your 12th, and your 12th was coming by, you had a very bad back. You had
that backlog and everything. So how did you recover from it?
So I won't say, okay, there was a setback definitely because most of the time, there's a lot of pressure to perform when you're in 10th and 12th. I didn't have that pressure because, as I said, I was happy-go-lucky that there are no teachers and was happy to be associated with the game of football, which was very close to my heart. But the realization also happened immediately that if I continue to stay there, it is going to take a hit. So I did my graduation. That's the basic which I wanted to do. But I kept in mind that at some point in time, I should, of my own, not depending on my parents, do my post graduation also. So when I was working for my previous organization, I taken this course, 2 years course, which is called Executive MBA with SIES. So that helped me because the good part of that was, unlike MBA where all are young students, with all due respect, what happens there is you have a cross section or people or executives who are already working, and the age group could be anything between early 20s to mid 40s to 50. So whenever we had interaction, there was a lot of experience which was being shared by them. Even in projects, when we are involved, I would have my limitation, but somebody experienced more than me. There was always a learning. So that's how I, if I have to answer you, compensated for what I missed out earlier. Thank you.
How to boost self-confidence?
Boost the self-confidence. Um, Again, it is about what you believe in yourself. Many a times, you have the confidence to come and deliver, but you still feel, even when I was standing in front of the podium, looking at the crowd, you'll always feel that kind of a little jittery on your knees and the butterflies, as I said, in the stomach. But then it is about self-confidence is about overcoming your fear, if you look at it. So the easiest thing which we try to do as human being, and there's nothing wrong, is to avoid a situation. When you're asked to do something, we say, okay, I don't want to do it. It's not that you can't do it. Everybody here sitting has a leader in each one of us, and we can do it. But the problem is, which is like, what what would people say? What if I don't, deliver the way I would? So to build your self-confidence, I think the biggest is to fight your fear. Yeah. Thank you.
What are some of the biggest mistakes you made in your business?
As I said earlier also, there is always learning. Uh, there's never a mistake, it's only learning. So yes, certain decisions which I took in business had not gone the way we would have wanted. Um so if I have to give an example, probably, at times you trust people with you, the leaders, and you don't give too much attention to the entire business, thinking that it's in the safe hand. And then things can go wrong. So that's where you say, okay, this is a learning from it. I should be also in control of what I'm doing. So that's one of the examples which I have to say. But uh, primarily, it's always a learning, whatever you do. So discovery, like you've been here for the last 15 days, and I'm sure you all are trying to explore, trying to learn something. The whole life is all about experimenting, right? So you're trying to find your passion. As I said in the beginning also, it's something which makes you jump out of your bed in the morning. Nobody has to pull you. There's no Monday blues. Like for me, it is like Saturday, Sunday, every day is the same. So you have to get something attached to, or find that particular thing where there is a purpose of what you're trying to do. then it is always about passion. There's no pressure. You know, nowadays when we talk, there's a lot of work pressure, life, work balance. I don't believe in that, frankly speaking. If you're passionate about it, you would be awake 24 into 7. Absolutely no. The only thing I knew was if I get a time, I'm on the ground playing football. People management. More than the business, uh, it's very complicated. You think you fixed it, and the very next day, people can behave separately. So the most important aspect is continuous communication. And these days, again, virtue of the Google Meet or Zoom, people tend to have the connect over these kind of platform. But I strongly believe there's nothing which can build by personal meetings. Yeah, so the biggest challenge I still feel, whatever level we reach as an organization, is going to be people management and people. So people engagement is the most important aspect. In fact, in our organization, we've renamed HR as people engagement. And just to have a little pep, the last Friday we had kids coming to the office to have that kind of an experience. We had kid as small as 6 months. So, and the others were watching their mother, father working there. And we had a very, useful inputs from them also, what they were thinking about what parents would do at work. So, yes, that's the biggest challenge.
Thank you.
Yeah. First is you don't react because many a times it's about somebody's perception which you have no control over. And many a time things also happen and we tend to focus on things which is beyond our control. For instance, yes, there is a challenge as I talked about the shipping, the Strait of Hormuz or the business in the Middle East. But do I have absolute control over the situation? No. But what I have control over is how do we behave or act internally to counter that. So that's how you should be looking at it. Welcome. What skill? Uh, there are many skills which you have to, but one of the most important aspect is effective communication, which I think over a period of time, because we're becoming so virtual, that we tend to miss the essence of truly communicating or understanding the other person. So the skill should be about how you could understand the other person better, because as you build your career, whether it's working with colleagues in a team or tomorrow you setting up your own team, the very important aspect is going to be clarity in your communication with the people. Yeah. Any more questions, parents? That's it. So thank you very much. And I'm always open for any kind of a conversation. As I was telling, I'm not a great orator when Suman madam said, but the thing is, I wanted to share my journey, and if that can inspire anybody, many times when we talk about motivation, it is because of some external factor again. And the moment that external factor is taken out, your motivation goes down. But inspiration is something within you. And if we can try to find that aspect, again, the purpose, then I think we will all be doing great as human beings. Same is the situation with me. So my son is 20. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So what I would again say is every generation has its it's all getting evolved, right? So there's nothing right or wrong about it. One thing for the parents, I can say, we can't say, हमने ऐसे किया था तो तुम लोग भी ऐसे करो. That's a wrong thing, and we don't put anything onto the students because I'm sure they're much, with whatever I've seen, they're great at work. They need respect and give respect. I mean, there was a time when the staff have to only respect the bosses, but that's not the era today. We have an open culture. We have a hierarchy because that's how the organization is done. But I'm open to any suggestion from anyone, right from my office boy to the highest person in the organization. So I mean, as I said in the beginning, I'm not qualified to give any advice to the Gen Zs because I am experiencing the same thing. So I'm more as a friend to my son. So that helps me understand them better. Thank you. Yes, Suman. Good afternoon.
I know he's from 30 years by now, and I'll tell you only the two quality of his, which has, I don't know how humble the introduction was of Bizu, but today he's running 5,000 crore business, I mean, now we're shifting. And I have seen two very beautiful quality of business that one is commitment. If he gives commitment to his family, commitment to his, like son, his, wife, even to a friend, and even to a person like me, he will not look back. And he's so punctual on time, like if he says that yes, then if it is just 2 days, doesn't matter. How far, doesn't matter. What time you have to reach. So this I have not seen it here, but it's been 13 years I'm observing the man with this great commitment.
Thank you.
So kudos to Vijay
Thank
for
you.
that. And the discipline. How many of you get up, like 4 o'clock in the morning?
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Super.
So, I am observing him every single day without fail, being Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whichever day, holiday, no holiday, working day. This man is getting up every single day at 4 o'clock, meditating, thinking, reading, and then starting his day. So this kind of a discipline takes you to the basis, So I'll say that these two qualities in, Viju,
Yeah.
I'm on a path of
Yeah.
learning, but these two qualities we can acquire it in our life also. I'm sure we can reach to places. Whatever is our goal in life, we can achieve. So thank you,
Thank you.
so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you very much. I believe, I think every one of us has in it. It's about, taking it out and then saying, okay, no, I'm going to do it. Being committed to yourself is the most important thing there. Thank you.
Something compromise. How to get up today? So let's have a lazy day. But I've never seen in your life you have seen a lazy day. It is 4 o'clock, and he has a habit of writing. So every morning he writes something, one quote or something, whatever comes in his mind, and he shares to his friend group. So I'm also one of the recipients. So every day morning when he gets up, meditates, and around 5:30, he shares the quote, whatever has come in his mind. So that is wonderful. So this kind of commitment is very, very difficult to have it. And if you, can acquire it, I think it can take you.
Sure.
So thank
Thank you very much. Thank you once again.